Hello, welcome to another episode or video from PP Iowa. I'm Jamie. If you don't know me already, I'm the current president of Professional Photographers of Iowa. And I'm here today to interview and talk with one of our speakers that's coming to our annual convention that we have coming up in just about 1 month from today. So I'm going to let her introduce herself, but would you please give us a little intro and tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Yes. Hi, everyone. So honored and excited to meet you. My name is Myrna Daramy. I know it's a handful, but Myrna is the easy way to remember my name. I am an organic marketing growth strategist. And basically what that means is I am just someone who knows how to connect dots very well, specifically online when it comes to people who are either one, being they want to broadcast what they're providing, and then two, for the people who are trying to connect with the things that they're looking for. So I'm from Maryland. I live in Maryland, and so I'm excited that I'll be coming to Iowa for the first time because I've never been there. So I'm
Oh, you're
excited
in for a treat.
I know, I'm excited. So yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting everybody and having an amazing event.
Yeah, that's awesome. So just so I can clarify for our listeners and watchers, you're not a photographer. Is that true?
Let's start off with that, Jamie. Yes, I am not a photographer. And I have to tell a lot of photographers this because I do get to educate and speak to and work with a lot of them. However, I'm not a photographer, but my background is architecture, so I do have some creative element in my body and my being here. But here's the thing that I always said about photographers as being the visual storytellers who are meant to really connect the dots for people, because people connect with the visual product that you're creating. It just makes sense that I would be able to, one, speak to that, and two, appreciate it enough where I can actually lend value. So that's my ultimate thing is, as photographers, you are visual storytellers who are able to really, really evoke emotion, which is what in turn creates connection. So it
Yeah,
all kind of blends in.
that's awesome. So I think I loved what you were saying because I feel like photographers, like you said, we kind of get caught up in that storytelling and like the creative side of what we do. And so it becomes really hard for us to try to sell that, right? Or explain to a potential customer or somebody who might be finding us online or wanting to hire a photographer to, like you said, connect those dots, like from between what we do and then how we tell the world what we do. So
Yes.
give me a little bit of an insight into what your program at Focus Forward will be like.
Yeah, a little bit of the insight. I think my goal, whenever I have any of these types of presentations or talks, is to help empower people. And so my talk is going to be specific to SEO and blogging, and specific in this world that we're living in where AI is kind of taking over everything digital. I think it's an important conversation to be had so that moving forward, you're like equipped with some tools, some framework, methodology that can help you, into your point, connecting those dots. So I'm going to be speaking to the attendees about that.
That sounds awesome. I myself have kind of been diving into the current best SEO and AEO practices. So I am so excited to see your talk because I feel like a lot of us in the photography world are doing this all of ourselves. Most of us, I would say, are
Yes.
on a little bit of a budget. So we try to bootstrap and do a lot of things ourselves, even though we're not an expert like you. So we wear a lot of hats, I think, in this industry. So
Yeah. As
any
an
little
entrepreneur.
nuggets that
Yeah.
we can get to make things easier for us and
I
kind of
mean,
give us that framework is going to be great.
well, first off, I will say, Jamie, even though you're not an expert in this, you are an expert in your craft, right? So I always tell people, um, you don't need to hire an expert in SEO to just do some fundamental few things in your business that will just you'll be able to reap the benefits from just by doing them. So to me, I always have said, like, SEO, AEO, all the different acronyms, GEO, all the new acronyms that are out there. It's not about doing something and then forgetting about it. It's almost like you need to incorporate in your practice of when you're doing things,
Mhm.
some elements. And once you do that, that's going to be the thing that's going to warrant success. And that's the consistency that's going to warrant you to be able to keep doing it. So that's kind of my thing. Like I am one strong believer of you don't necessarily need to hire someone to do some of the few things. You know, there are some technical aspects to SEO and to, the world of digital that you may need assistance with. I'm not gonna lie. But, just knowing how to interpret what search engines are doing, learning how to interpret how to better show up on an AI LLM, like whether it's Chat GPT, Claude,
Yep.
Perplexity, all the different ones.
Yep.
Knowing what's happening is going to set you up in a way where you can incorporate, like I said, some key little fundamental things that you can start doing right now that'll warrant you success in the future.
Yeah, I loved how you said making it be part of your practice, or that
Yeah.
consistency, because I do feel like you have to practice at it. Like
Yes.
the more that you
Yes.
do and the more that you learn, it's like, okay, I'm better at, like, I'm uploading a new blog post and now I know all the things I'm supposed to do and I'm better at it. So
Correct.
I think like it really is kind of a practice that you have to, like, kind of like a long con,
Yes.
that you're trying to
Yeah.
figure out. So yeah, I love that. That's
Hmm.
awesome.
And I think that's how people have to think. Like, I mean, I have a whole philosophy on anytime you're uploading something online to think through what elements you need to incorporate to optimize the reach of it. So, again, if you make it common practice, then it's not as hard and it's not this like daunting, like, oh, I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah.
Yeah, I teach up to photographers also, and one of the things I always say is, like, just make it part of your, like, back end workflow. Like, you're not done working on
Yes.
that session until you, like, resize the files for an internet and rename them. Like,
Yes.
that's part of what that you're not done when you
Yes.
are. So yeah, I love that. Um, so I'll give you a little insight into Iowa, a tiny little
Hmm.
bit, so you can get excited. But this event coming up in April, actually, our weather right now is really awesome. What's the weather like for you where you're at right now?
So Maryland, finally, I think we broke where it's been nice for the past couple of days, but we just came out of a snowstorm. So, I say this to
Oh
say
yeah,
March is still a crazy time, but for now it's very mild. It's nice weather.
yeah. I've been
Hopefully
to
it
the
stays that way.
DC area like in January, and I was
Okay, yeah,
like
that's not the
shocked
great
because
time.
there was like they had like pansies and stuff planted outside. I was like, what? We can't do that
That's
in
not,
Iowa.
yeah, no, that's not normal. So yeah, you
Okay.
came at a very good time. Yeah, because it can go, like I said, sporadic. And
Yeah.
we're also that type where, yes, it could be 60s, 70s today, but a week from now, it could probably be snowing as well. So,
Yeah, that's how we are. But
yeah,
hopefully, a month from now, when you're in Iowa for Focus Forward, it's going to be nice out. Our location is really cool. It's like this little German touristy town,
love it.
and the venue is really awesome too. So, for those who are listening and watching, if you haven't heard of Focus Forward, it's an annual convention that Professional Photographers of Iowa puts on, and it's coming up on April 10 through 13 and in Amana, Iowa. So it's open to the public. You do not have to be a member of Professional Photographers of Iowa. That's a mouthful. To attend this event, you also do not have to be a photographer to attend this event. A lot of our topics are similar to what Myrna is talking about SEO. There are also going to be automation, chat GPT specialists, marketing specialists, and some photography related things also. But yeah, we're trying to get as many creatives as we can on board. So do you
Love it.
work
It's going to be great. Like, I
yeah.
feel like I looked at the lineup and I was like, oh, this is going to be exciting. So do I
Yeah.
work with, you were going to
I
say?
was gonna say, do you work with creatives most often, do you feel like?
So I joke about this, Jamie. I've worked with from penile implant surgeons to funeral homes and everything all in between.
Okay. That's so
Yes, but
interesting.
I know it's
I
crazy,
can't
but
imagine what those keywords are.
yes, girlfriend, yes, it is. Yeah, it's definitely a different type of market. But that being said, I have spent a large majority of my career catering and supporting creative entrepreneurs, from the luxury bridal space down to like just regular event planning. and then photographers as well. So, you know, as of late, I've been spending a lot of time in like the med tech world. So that's kind of been an area of focus as of lately. But like I said, I still, you know, I educate and I do work with certain, like I do take on a handful of clients throughout the year. So I do
Yeah.
work with them. Mhm.
I loved what you wrote. I saw your post that you were recently, or that you spoke at Imaging USA. So PPI is an affiliate of Professional Barbers of
Yes.
America. So we're like, you know, we're their little
Hmm.
sister kind of. But we love PPA also, and I just loved what you had to write about that, your experience
Oh,
there. And I
thank
will
you.
say that I do think that our group at Iowa is kind of a little mini PPA. Like we're all very close. We're very welcoming, supportive of each other, and it's very community over competition driven. So
Yes.
I think you're going to enjoy our group, and I think that for those of you guys who are listening or watching, I think you're going to enjoy having Myrna at this event also. So yeah, I think
Yes, no, it's going to be great. Like I said, and I am it's funny, not that I'm a partier, it's not that, but I do love to dance and I do love like, you know, again, when it's a great community, it's awesome. So I'm looking forward
hey,
to meeting everybody.
can you tell our viewers or listeners how they could like find you or follow you or all of that good stuff?
Absolutely. Yeah. So my website's myrnadaramy.com. So my name, you know, I know, like I said, a handful, but MYRNADARAMY.com. And I pretty much hang out on Instagram. I do have LinkedIn as well. But again, because of my medtech world, I have to be very intentional with my LinkedIn profile. But my Instagram is kind of where I play. So if you definitely
Okay.
want to connect, come find me there.
Awesome. Well, we'll probably be sharing some more information between now and April. So definitely give Myrna a follow and see what else she has to say. But like I said before, if you haven't registered, now is the time to do that because we are in the home stretch, my friend. So
Love it.
yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for watching, and Myrna, just stay on with me for a hot second, and I'm gonna hit stop on the record. But thank you everybody for watching, and
Thank
I'll see
you.
you in
Looking forward
about
to
a
seeing
month.
you. Yes. See you soon.